Fellas, I wanted to share in this video what my shop does. I often get asked if we work on customers' rigs, and the answer is yes, absolutely yes. Like this motorhome has nothing to do with my trucking company, right? So pretty much in this video, I'll talk about different kind of projects that we do. We're fairly busy right now, excuse the mess, but anyone out there that runs a shop knows it's really difficult to keep that balance. So I'll just walk around, kind of point the camera as much as I can. There's a lot of labeled vehicles. Can't really show you all the stickered up vehicles, but it gives you an idea. Anyways, anyone that runs a shop understands how difficult it is to keep a balance of efficiency where, you know, a shop like this that does so many different projects, it's not like a lube shop where you can keep things minimalistic and you get the job done. In a shop like this where we cover so many different spectrums, it's pretty difficult. Right now it's pretty dirty, but guys, Daddy never handed me this. Started it from the ground up. With God's help and a good crew, we got where we got, and God bless America and the good old boys that work here. And what I mean by that, these boys are putting in some serious work and hours. I mean, from plugged EGR cooler. I don't know how that happens. I guess this thing was idled around town, plugged the piss out of it, and it affected his throttle, his idle, all kinds of stuff, to 68 RFE trouble, you know, to after treatment. By the way, Isuzu, oddly enough, we're the only mom and pop shop, if you could call it that, that has the Isuzu software to work on them. It's kind of odd that no one else in town works on these Isuzus. So besides the only authorized dealer in town, we're the only ones that work on Isuzu, and we have their software. So I will share the company name here. I'll walk out to my TRX that has the logo on it, but just giving you a walk around. If you're ever in a pickle, if you're new to the channel, I own a couple trucking companies, and one of them is hot shotting. Well, it is such an issue getting roadside assistance on a hot shot. It blows my mind. It's a far simpler system than the big rigs, but it's not streamlined like the big rigs, so it's quite the struggle. So we do service outsiders. Right now we're just getting so busy, but that's the name of the company. Yes, this is a TRX. If you're new to the channel, I bought me a toy truck. This is pretty much the only truck I've bought that's not a diesel, and it's well worth it. If you ever get a chance to buy a TRX, by all means buy it, but that's a video for another time. Spokane Truck Service out of Spokane, Washington is the company. That is the shop. That is my shop. So if you need service done on the side of the road, you're going to see one of two vehicles. Either you're going to see this guy, more not than so. This guy goes out on the bigger projects. And then you'll see my truck 75, which my OG Limited. I gave it up for a service truck. Man, my guys are on the road so often. I just wanted to reward them with something nice. Tradesmen's are nice, but man, that Limited's something else. While I'm screwing around with my TRX and my brand new Ford that I'm testing on, I gave up my truck 75. That's for the longtime viewers. You guys know that OG Limited. So my guys love it. I mean, there's a specific dude that just drives that thing every day doing service calls, and he absolutely loves it. But that's a video for another time. But I have to stress this. I finally did some suspension work on that truck after 500,000. I finally got some suspension parts. That's crazy. I love that truck. But about this, let's cover kind of different spectrums that we do in-house. And roadside is roadside. The roadside service is just getting you to your destination and getting you fixed all the way at the location. If something major, if something minor, we'll definitely get it run fixed up right on the side of the road. But we do aid with, we don't have tow trucks, but we, for the most part, could come up with a solution that'll get you to your nearest location that could serve you. Hopefully that makes sense on the service calls, because service, there's like so many different variants of them. But in-house, we have a guy that likes tinkering with engines, as you can tell. This is a 2013, if I'm not mistaken, Duramax. No, we don't go big. We don't advertise that we work on engines. But when the fella's in trouble, we'll definitely give them a helping hand. I guess it's about engines today. This truck, 800-something thousand miles, finally got us. Bro, I'm sorry. You're going to make it in my video. Sorry, dude. So 820,000 miles. This thing finally got torn apart. It's pretty impressive considering the bearings. Sheka here is giving it a quick wash down. And obviously we'll go through it with a fine tooth comb. before we install it back. But this thing got a ripped head gasket. The head itself is getting looked into right now, make sure it's not cracked. They're known for cracked heads and valves and stuff like that. And then we got this dude. A guy restored everything but the engine. He was lucky he didn't put a hole in that engine. He came in squealing as if like a wheel bearing, not a wheel bearing, like a bearing was squealing on a serpentine belt. It turned out the rod on piston 6, I believe, was just tore to crap. If I'm not mistaken, it's sitting there on the bench. I'll show you guys. I mean, guys, from regular maintenance to extensive regular maintenance. Man, I wish that canister's around here. You guys should see the fuel filter that came out of this thing. Hey, Isaac, give me a minute. Man, that thing got so much rust in it. It blew my mind how much rust was in that fuel filter. It's mind-boggling how far guys will push their equipment and then be mad at manufacturers, but I guess it's already gone. So this thing got extensive stuff like fuel filters, oil change, and getting its hydraulic system redone because the self-leveling system is leaking pretty bad. Airbags are not the worst, but I think one or two of them were horrendous. No, these are new. That looks used. One or two of them were horrendous. Oh yeah, there they are. So these bearings out of that Mercedes, guys. That is crazy. He's just lucky to have the opportunity. I think he needs a crank and whatnot. I've hired a gentleman to run the shop for me. He's done a phenomenal job and he's worked hard. We got Dave and Isaac here. They're helping Papa organize stock upstairs. But anyways, so from maintaining these pushers, I don't know what's going on with them. I guess not a lot of people want to work on them. We've been swamped with these pushers and motorhomes. Usually there's at least 2 or 3 of them out here, but I guess not today. Yeah, I don't see any more motorhomes, but it's kind of cool to always walk up to the shop and there's something new. So from working on these Suzu's after treatment and blowing up modules to international having gasoline in the def tank. I don't know how he pulled that one off, but we had one of those a couple weeks ago. To fishy business going on at a East Coast dealership. They got charged for certain services that clearly weren't done, and that's that. To a welder getting himself in trouble, and we're trying to get him out by getting this vehicle back on the road. To a Volvo head gasket blowing out, and got to put that together. Basic Cummins after treatment stuff, and then Cummins. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Comes with solely the transmission to the after treatment module. Yeah, guys, that's just the short gist of it. There's so many different projects we do, but we're fortunate to have a team that we have a guy that specializes in trailers. Then we have another guy that does a phenomenal job at fab work. No, we don't advertise. We're just swamped with work. We got plenty of busy. But being an owner of a trucking company that you're ready to pull out your hair because you're 2 weeks on the East Coast and you can't find the axle for a gooseneck. I mean, how ridiculous is that? That's why I'm putting this video out there. Guys, if you're in a pinch, be patient. We will take care of you. We got quite the versatile crew at this point. I've been fortunate to, several months ago, to jump in the shop myself, get in, out, every single day, right next to my crew, understand what their needs and wants and all that is, completely refigure my shop to vetting this younger gentleman. He's a little bit younger than me. I'm 32. I think he's 28 or 29. Very, very sharp young man. He's very efficient. To rest of the crew, as I said, somebody specializes in trailer, another guy specializes in fab work. The other gentleman likes to tinker with engines. This guy that likes to tinker with engines, he's very much a GM guy. So 4L60s, 4L80s, there's home. We are gonna, once we slow down, I don't know when that's happening. We need good people. We need hardworking men to join us, some more fellas. We will go through several of those Ison transmissions. Second gear, I think that's what the clutch back on second gear just kind of wears out, and we just pull them off and put them with the low mileage unit. We never overhauled an Ison transmission. I don't think it's anything crazy. So we'll get to the Ison, and we'll see. We might start busting those out. There's pretty much no one that wants to work on them and guarantee anything, so we might do that for you guys. Anyways, fellas, for all the curious ones, what does Paul's shop do? It does quite a few things, but that's the name of the company. STS, Spokane Truck Service. That's what it stands for, out of Spokane, Washington. Yeah, that's the short gist of it. God has been good. He's provided us with plenty of work. So if you guys are on the side of the road, just be transparent. Just say it how it is. Be like, dude, I'm stuck. This is what it is. This is how it is. And the boys will do their best to find time for you and get you squared away. Just be honest. Today's Saturday. I am blessed to have the crew that I have. Everyone but one guy, they're all on service calls, rescuing people. I mean, there's people out there for 2-3 days on the side of the road. No one could get to them. So if you're bored at home, you're wondering what to do, get into service work. You'll have plenty of work to do. Anyways, fellas, as always, may the Lord bless you. May Almighty find day, and be vigilant. Don't be rolling around those rod bearings. God bless you. Bye.